Hey guys, this is TFR back here with another video, and today we're going to be covering Night 2 of AEW's 2-night special, New Year's Smash. This was an amazing show, I loved it, and we're just going to get right into it. You know how it goes, every match or segment on a scale of 1 to 5. So they kicked off the show with what was probably the second most anticipated match, which was always nice. So it was a really good, hard-hitting brawl. It looked like these two actually hated each other, and that's always a good sign when you're watching wrestling. They were going back and forth. There were actually moments where you thought Eddie would end up winning the match, but Pac ended up winning with the Black Arrow, right? And right afterwards, he locks in the Brutalizer, even though the match is already over, until Butcher and the Blade get in the ring, and then the Lucha Bros get in the ring, right? And then they went face to face, and then Archer came out, and Butcher, Blade, and Kingston got out of the ring while Archer and Pac went to face to face because they both hate Eddie Kingston. So that's gonna be interesting. They could go two directions with this at Revolution. They could either do Archer versus Pac or Archer versus Kingston. So that's a really good thing when there's multiple storyline options as well. I liked it. 4 out of 5. After this, we had the second match on the card, which was Chuck Taylor versus Miro, where Chuck Taylor loses. He has to be Miro's young boy, or like young lion, or it's basically a thing, and I'm pretty sure in like New Japan culture, where the younger superstars will be like basically butlers, right? So that was the storyline for this match, and Taylor actually ended up bringing the fight to Miro big time. He was like a brawler. He was straight up going all out, like he was going crazy, right? He threw Miro into the barricade, and then Miro took control, managed to make him tap with the game over. Or if you watch WWE, it's the Accolade, Camel Clutch. And then Orange Cassidy looked devastated as Taylor was dragged away by Miro. Now, look, I love this. Now, I get what you're thinking, Raj. This was just like an average match. But the storyline implications, this legitimately makes Miro go into that monster heel mode that everyone wanted him to. Like, I saw everyone criticizing how he was like, oh, he's a gamer. Like, why? Just why, right? And that's why I thought as well. But this is genius. Because Orange Cassidy is the most popular superstar in AEW. So they're taking this guy, and they're going to have him beat him probably at Revolution. And this is genius, because it will get him over as that crazy monster heel who will do anything and doesn't care who he hurts, right? So that's what I really liked about this. 4 out of 5. So after this, we had the Inner Circle's New Year's resolution. So this had all of them going over their New Year's resolutions. Hager went first, and he just said championships, yeah, which was pretty entertaining. I'm pretty sure it was Ortiz that wanted to perfect like his grandma's recipe. MJF said he wanted to strengthen bonds in the Inner Circle, and then Jericho says he wanted to win the tag titles with MJF. So then Sammy Guevara got mad, and they all were going back and forth, and then a three-way tag was made for next week between Jericho and MJF versus Hager and Sammy versus Santana and Ortiz, and the winner will get to be the Inner Circle tag team, which was pretty interesting. I liked it. I'd say it was 3.5 out of 5. So after this, we had what we thought to be the Elite versus Danny Limelight and Varsity Blondes. So it was interesting because we thought it was going to be the Elite, which is Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, right? But it turned out it was actually Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers who are going to compete on Impact pay-per-view this Saturday against Rich Swann and I don't even know their names. I don't watch Impact. I'm sorry. No offense. I just haven't been able to get into it. But it was interesting, right? So it was good. Danny Limelight and Varsity Blondes got a few near falls, but they were no match for the Magic Killer. After the match, Mox came down to fight, but he was 3-on-1 against the Good Brothers and Kenny Omega. Until the Lucha Brothers came down, started fighting as well until Mox was face to face with the Young Bucks while Kenny retreated with Callis. And then the Lucha Bros from behind super kicked both of the Young Bucks. And that's how the segment ended. I really liked it. It was good. 4 out of 5. It was a 3 out of 5 to be honest. Didn't really like the match. So after this, we had the waiting room with Cody Rhodes. So if you're wondering what the waiting room is, it was this segment that started on Dark a while back, and like I wasn't really a big fan of it. So they had it on Dynamite, and they introduced Cody, but then they had another guest, and that's Jade Cargill. Remember her? She showed up on Dynamite back in November and was never seen again. Yeah, her. So then Red Velvet entered, who's like Brandy Rhodes mentors her, and Brandy Rhodes is out right now, right? So basically, they got into a fight, and then it cut to Thunder Rosa on the big screen saying she will fight Britt Baker at Beach Break. The match was originally supposed to happen this week, but COVID issues got in the way. Guess why not? And so they're gonna have a match at Beach Break. I liked it. It was solid. Nah, actually, I didn't like it that much. It was like a 2 out of 5. So after this, we had Jurassic Express versus FTR. So the story for this was Marco Stunt got tired of being belittled, so when FTR were trashing talking them ahead of their match this week on New Year's Match Night 1, he basically said, we don't need Luchasaurus, who's our like 64 million year old, 7'9" uh, dinosaur. They basically, so it was Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt is like 5'4", so this was not going to end well from the beginning. So they isolated Marco Stunt for a lot of the match at FTR. And then Jungle Boy got the tag. He got some offense in, I guess, before tagging Marco back in, who just got isolated some more, beat up some more. He did some like he used some acrobatics and stuff, but eventually he just got hit with a big rig, which is actually a tribute to Brody Lee, which was really nice, because that was one of his nicknames. So yeah, and then he got hit with a big rig for the win, and that was it. That was all they wrote for that match. I liked it, 3 out of 5. After this, we had Serena Deeb versus Tay Conti for the NWA Women's World Championship. So it was a good match. A lot of it was on commercial, though. There were a couple times where you thought Conti would end up winning, especially when she kicked out of Deeb's detox finisher. However, the second one was a charm, and Tay Conti lost. And then, in our main event, for the TNT Championship, we had Darby Allin versus Brian Cage, a match 9 months in the making. This started back when at Double or Nothing, when Brian Cage debuted and beat up Darby Allin to win the Casino Ladder match. Then it continued at All Out, where he powerbombed Darby Allin out of the ring in the Casino Battle Royal with in a thumbtack-filled body bag. And then it continued at Full Gear when Darby won the TNT title, but he got ambushed by Brian Cage afterwards. So basically, this is the first time they're squaring off, and it's pretty good. So Darby got busted open early on and was getting mauled. He was just getting bullied. He got powerbombed through a table at ringside from the ring. Brian Cage was about to throw him on some steel steps with a powerbomb again, but Darby got him onto the steel steps and hit a coffin drop. Cage proceeded to fight back more until Darby was going to hit a top rope move inside the ring, and Ricky Starks pulled his leg onto the turnbuckle. The lights went out, Sting was right behind Ricky, hit him with the bat. Darby won with the avalanche crucifix, while the show went off the air with Team Taz retreating. I loved it, 5 out of 5. So that's the video. That's all that was on the show. It was a really good show, in my opinion. I really liked it. I feel like both weeks of this have been really good. And the card for next week is going to be the Inner Circle three-way tag team between Jericho and MJF, Santana, Ortiz, and Guevara Hager for who gets to be the true tag team. Matt Seidel and Top Flight will face Hardy Party. Negative One's birthday celebration, which is really nice. They are going to do Adam Page and the Dark Order versus TH2 and Chaos Project. We're going to get Moxley to return to action, and then Nyla Rose versus Layla Hirsch. So that's all. If you like this content, make sure you like, subscribe, share, do whatever you can. I appreciate all your support. Peace.